Hi guys, so Neil Gray SNP MP asked Michael Gove a question about documentation that's necessary for devolved governments when it comes to dealing with the preparations necessary for the end of the transition period. So let's hear what they had to say.
Plans. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We now know through leaked cabinet papers that this Tory government hid its Brexit plans from devolved governments. State aid plans, food supply availability. How does he expect these governments to prepare when these crucial details are blocked from Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland? And doesn't the Minister agree? This level of ignorance and contempt is what's helping deliver polling support for independence at record levels and a consistent majority over the last 12 polls in a row.
Okay, so it's interesting that he's put in his own bit at the end here, the idea that, look, your contempt for the Scottish people is actually increasing support for independence. I think they're doing this now because it's really pointless asking Michael Gove or Boris Johnson or any of the cabinet any questions because they won't answer the questions. So you have your moment to talk, so you might as well use it to promote whatever position that you take. It's not, I don't think this is appropriate, but it's understandable. Because it's pointless asking Michael Gove a question because he's not going to answer it or he's going to deflect it.
Minister. I have no secrets from the Honourable Gentleman, and we take an open book approach to what...
Now, so does anyone actually believe that? Does anyone believe that Michael Gove takes an open book approach, that he allows the devolved governments in Northern Ireland, in Wales, in Scotland to have access to the documentation necessary to deal with the preparations for Brexit? Does anyone actually believe that he does that?
Towards our preparations for leaving the European Union, which is why later today the Cabinet Subcommittee that deals with the preparations, I can see the Honourable Gentleman making goldfish-type movements of his lips.
And now he's insulting the MP. Michael Gove is doing this because, well, for two reasons. Because, first of all, Michael Gove is a disgusting individual. But secondly, because he knows that this MP can't ask another question. You're allowed to ask a question and then it's over. You can't hold the government to account here. Michael Gove is not being held to account. He's been asked a question and he pretty much ignored the question. Yeah, well, we have an open book approach. Really?
Teeth. No, it's breaking out into a smile, and that smile, of course, welcomes the fact that later this afternoon the Government Subcommittee that deals with preparations for leaving the European Union will have ministers from the devolved administrations, including my friends from the Scottish Government, taking part. It's one of the pleasures of this role that I have the opportunity every week.
I can't take much more of Michael Gove because it's just blah, blah, blah. It's all just empty air. He's not telling you anything. And if he is telling you anything, it's a lie. Now, once again, I've talked about this before. It comes down to trust. Do you trust the Scottish government, the Welsh government, the Northern Ireland government when they say that they haven't received the documentation required to prepare for the end of the transition period? Or do you trust Boris Johnson and Michael Gove when they say that they have presented the paperwork? Who do you trust? I know who I trust, but I'd like to know in the comment section who you trust. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.